Hi everybody, I just wanted to go through some of the offline single player but playing against AI modes you can use in Star Wars Battlefront to really get you ready for the multiplayer game. With these modes you'll be able to improve your accuracy, get to know how to use the weapons, get to know how to use the star cards and all that sort of stuff. So because you'll be very tempted when you fire it up to go into multiplayer, but don't go into multiplayer straight away. You want to start practicing. So the first things you want to look at are the missions, okay? And the first ones I would say you should go into is survival. Now what you do with survival is you'll spawn in by yourself, or I think you can play split screen as well with a friend if you like. But anyway, you'll spawn in a situation where normally you've crashed on a planet or you're trying to escape from a planet, and different amounts of enemies will be attacking you at a time. So you start off with a few soldiers and then a few more, then maybe an AT-ST, and you get to use the different weapons to try and take them out. And you can do this in different locations, again to get you used to, I guess, the different places you're going to be fighting in on the main map. They're parts of the main maps, they're not the whole things. And with this mode you'll definitely improve your accuracy, the speed that you can press the buttons to choose the different grenades, and you can play around a little bit with different hands. So definitely give survival a go first in the different on the different maps, just to get used to the different situations and the different enemies, and that will really stand you in good stead. Next up, you might want to try the battles. Now, just the normal battles on the left to start off with. Now, these are a little bit different. These are what you do is you'll be in a location and you can be fighting away, and as you kill the enemies, they'll drop a token, and you run over and you pick the token up. And I think it's the first one to 100 tokens, and you win the game. And again, it's a great opportunity to improve your accuracy, to get used to using the power-ups and all the different weapons. And it will get used to the mechanics of Battlefront. Then what you can do is you can try the hero battles. Now in the hero battles, instead of just playing as an ordinary foot soldier, be a stormtrooper or a rebel soldier, you play as one of the heroes, and you can choose which one you want to play. Now the heroes in Battlefront, if you don't know already, they're like a super class. So it's Luke, it's Vader, it's Boba Fett, it's Leia, it's Han Solo, it's Chewbacca, etc. And they've got loads of health, and their weapons are really powerful, and they have special abilities that you can use as well. And the idea with the hero battles is, again, you run around these different places, Hoth, Tatooine, Endor, etc. Again, killing the enemies, and you can pick up their tokens. And you lose if you lose all your health, and the various power-ups that are dotted around, they're actually health recovery bits for you. So your idea as the hero is to stay alive. So that's good, because I must admit, when you're actually playing the big game, you don't pick up that many hero tokens, but it does happen every now and again, and it's good to have a handle on maybe some of the favourite ones you might want to play on. So that's the battles and the hero battles. Now, next up is training. Training really covers the vehicles in Star Wars Battlefront. So the first one I would say have a go at, which is, because it's one of the best things in the whole game, is Endor Chase. And this is where you get to fly a speeder bike. Now you don't find that many speeder bikes in the game on the forest moon of Endor, but it's a fantastic thing to do, so have a play with it. And then the next one I would say have a go with is Invasion, where you get to fly an air speeder or a snow speeder, whatever you call it, and it will get you used to flying them, and you can also practice using the tow cable. Again, this isn't something you do that often, because the speeders, say you're playing the Hoth Walker Assault level, the speeder power-up only really comes in at the end, and you've got to be lucky enough to be in the right place to pick up the token, so you can get a speeder, and then you can try and take down the try and take down the AT-ATs. But it's it's a really good mini game to play. And then you've got things like Beggar's Canyon. Beggar's Canyon's really good because it teaches you the mechanics of flying an X-wing. So how to use the lock-ons, how to use the shields, so that's good. Overpower will get used to using the AT-ST Walker, which when you're on the Imperial side in these games, you do pick them up every now and again, and they're a bit odd. But they're very powerful, the AT-STs, because they have their main blaster. They have a guided missile, self-guided missile you can use to take down aircraft. and they also have like this mortar, which is really good against infantry. But again, till you play it, you won't really know. And then finally, there's the dark side where you can play as Darth Vader, and get used to his controls. So by doing sort of all the ones in the training, that will get you used to the vehicles, and as we said, battles, that will get you used to sort of really sharpen your skills. And survival is the one where you're really getting to know the mechanics of the game as an infantry fighter. Now once you've done those, you can dive into skirmish. Now skirmish is what they've changed, so now we have Walker Assault, and against AI you can now play on Hoth, the Night Hoth, Endor, the 2 Endor ones, the Graveyard of Giants. And when you go in, you can choose the difficulty you want to play against. And this is brilliant because it helps you learn the maps. Because in another video, you'll see that the games I recommend you play online in Star Wars Battlefront are Walker Assault and Supremacy, and maybe a bit of Turning Point if it pops up. And learning the maps is super important, because until you learn the maps, you don't really know what's going on, whether you're playing as a rebel or as an Imperial, especially on maps like the Forest Moon of Endor, which is on like a curve. And as soon as you get a handle on roughly where the maps go, which is really the path that the walkers take, and where some of the, where I almost said MCOMs there, where some of the uplink stations are, once you know that, you can enjoy the game so much better. So dive into those and play. I would say play the Hoth one, Outpost Beta, the daytime one, because that comes up a lot in rotation. Jundun Waste does as well, and the Forest Moon of Endor, Survivors of Endor, and the Graveyard of Giants comes up a lot, and they're great maps to play. And again, because you're playing against just normal bots, you can work on your speed, you work on your accuracy, you can try different hands, which I'll go into another details in another video, and generally sharpen up your skills. And then if you like, you can place Fighter Squadron as well, and this helps you. You can fly the X-Wing, the A-Wings, the TIE Interceptors, the TIE Fighters, etc., just to get used to flying the aircraft. You can play Star Wars Battlefront without ever getting into an aircraft if you want to. You can just play infantry all the time, and really enjoy it on like Walker Assault and Supremacy. But it's nice to at least have a rough idea of what you should be doing. I do find that in the main game, when you do spawn in, say you're playing Supremacy or something, you spawn in as a TIE Fighter or even as an X-Wing, the people that are playing tend to be super good, and they pick you up and they shoot you down pretty damn fast. And the best experience I've had for flying in Star Wars Battlefront has been in the latest DLC, which is the Death Star one, which where the flying experience seemed a lot more. You seem to stay alive a lot more. So anyway, once you've done those, then dive into the multiplayer. And as I said, play the 40-player games, which is Walker Assault, Supremacy, and Turning Point. But hopefully that's giving you some good starters for sharpening your skills, getting you used to the mechanics of the gameplay in Battlefront, so that you'll enjoy the multiplayer a lot better. That's enough from me. If you've enjoyed the video, hit the like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. Put your questions and comments down below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.